Por amor se han creado los hombres en la faz de la tierra. Por amor hay quien haya querido regalarle una estrella. Por amor fue una vez al Calvario con una cruz a cuesta.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, mi gente, to another episode of El Latino Rudio, coming to you live, not from the studio today, but from my humble abode, because Grandpa had grandpa duties today and he couldn't get out of it. So we had to come in from a little bit of remote. And we got the man of the hour over there, Mr. Charles La Loma, handling.
How's it going? How's it going, everyone?
How was your weekend, Charlie?
Estaba bien. It was, I guess calm, Wasn't so much chaos.
Well, listen, I actually did something on Saturday. I went bike riding.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, me, my brother, and a couple of friends of ours, we went up this a trail over here in the Bronx near Van Cortlandt called the South County Trail. We were going to do.
That was the actual horse trail.
Well, that was actually it was a horse trail, and that was also the railroad.
Yeah.
Inside they had railroad tracks and stuff like that, and that trail goes all the way up to Canada.
Yeah, I still don't, now talking about the horse thing, I don't know why they took it off. They took it off Van Cortlandt, and remember there was one going towards Orchard. What's that?
Oh, they had the stables over there by on Pelham Parkway.
Yeah.
Years ago they had it. Yeah, they took the stables out and they put up a luxury building, a luxury rental.
Yeah,
you still have a stables on the other side where you can do horseback riding, but you can't come far anymore. You can't go along Pelham Parkway.
Yeah, that was a good. That shows our age. Who
you telling, bro? I remember when I was a kid, I went, oh, Rosa, ¿cómo tú estás? Gracias por mantener la sintonía. I went there. They have one now where you could ride the horses, but inside the property. When I was a kid, they we went to ride horses there when I was a kid. That was fun. My uncle took me when I was.
Because I remember doing the thing on Van Cortlandt. We used to ride the horses and stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember too much because, like I said, I remember I grew up in Manhattan, but I know there was one there, and it just, I guess, it either lost popularity or just nobody wanted to maintain it anymore.
True. Because it is kind of expensive to have horses, so.
Yes, I'm sure. Veterinary bills and stuff like that. Then people, and then it's a different type of people now.
Yeah, liability is probably going to go up the roof with
that
with the people nowadays.
Then you got people who just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They do whatever they want, and así la vida, But we were supposed to do 40 miles. The guys were going to go over the other guys went over the Tappan Zee Bridge. I didn't want to go there because there were too many twists and turns because they're usually faster than I am, and they always leave me behind. I got my music, and I'm just riding along. So I kept going up the trail, and I got up to, at one point, you actually have to cross Route 100, which is like 2 lanes on each side. And you have to wait for no cars to come. And you know what? I didn't want to wait anymore, so I just turned back. I ended up doing about 29 miles.
Oh, okay.
But it was fun. I hadn't been on a bike since April. I did a little short ride in Florida when I went down. We did about a 10-mile ride. But my brother wants to do now on Sunday. He wants to do, I think it's a 48 or almost 50 miles. Going up through New Rochelle, crossing over the Tap, back over, and then down to the South County Trail. So it's gonna be a nice run. See if I make it. I told my brother I go as far as I can go. I go as far as I can go until I get and I just leave and wait in the truck. But I think I'll be able to do it.
Yeah,
just gotta stay hydrated. Yeah,
That's so true, though.
stay
Yeah.
hydrated. Make sure you get your some. You got sometimes you got to take your salt pills. You got to get your nutrition. You got to drink a 1 bottle an hour of water. So depending, I just keep going until I can't get no more. And then this Saturday, my brother has a run in Central Park, so of course I'm going to be there, being his cheering section. But other than that,
How many
Sunday,
miles? How many miles he's running?
it's a 4 miler. It's a short one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing. I think it's a triathlon or an Eagleman in September
Mm.
out in Jones Beach. That's like 1.2 mile swim in the bay. Then it's 56 mile bike run, and then half a marathon.
Yeah, you see, I don't know if I can do a 4 mile just in a boring part. I do 4 miles a day. Like
Yeah.
I got to the the studio and everything, which is 2.1 miles from my house. And then I got to jog back because my wife, uses her scooter and I'm running behind them, you know. But there's things to see. So it doesn't feel, you
Right.
know,
No,
4 miles.
but actually, the runs in Central Park is cool because you have a lot of people there. They're cheering you on, and you're running with a lot of other people. So that makes it fun. And they have
Okay.
speakers set up throughout the whole most of the run, and they're playing music. The DJ's talking and stuff like that. And if he knows you personally, he'll shout you out and stuff. It's a
Yeah.
fun atmosphere.
I'm one of those that I have to have either music or sometimes I'm holding my phone chatting with someone and I'm
Yeah.
jogging. Then when I come to see, I'm like, oh, I'm here
My
already. You
my
know?
brother does the same thing. Either playing his music or he's
Hmm.
chatting with someone.
Yeah, because
So this will be a short one. So I'll
if
just
if
wait.
more, I think if when you jog and you think of jogging, that's what gets you tired.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
if you just pick a destination and be like, oh, I see that building, I better be in that building before 1 minute, and
That's
you
right.
push your body, give yourself something to look forward. Even
Yeah.
walking, you know,
And if you keep
and
your
then
mind
when
off of it, it'll go by quicker.
yeah, and then as old as you get, you need to start walking. Like I tell people, you take the bus or the train, no problem. Get off one stop before your stop and walk that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless your stop, you have to walk further to get to your building, and that's okay. But there's some
Yeah.
people like they get off the bus and their destination is like 500 feet. Like you could have just got off the stop before and walk it. To give yourself some exercise,
Yeah.
especially sitting down. If you're
Yeah.
sitting
Especially
down
as you
that
get
whole trip.
older, you have to move around. Because my brother always says, a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest.
Oh yeah,
You got to move
and
around.
especially office people. Like if you're sitting down all day,
Yep.
your vertebrae is pressing down, pressing down all that time. You need to
And then
like
and
move.
then you wonder why you get back issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting
So
down all day long. See, that's why when I'm in the studio, I don't like to sit down anymore. I like to stand up, move around. Stay in an upright
hmm
position. And sitting down, and what it does, you got your legs dangling, pressing against your hamstrings. Your legs fall asleep.
yeah, that's true though.
Imagine me getting off the chair and I just fall on the floor because I got no feeling in my legs. You got to make sure you film that one. That'll be for the highlight reels.
Oh my God, it's
Because
like
on Sunday, actually, my brother had a concert to go that night, so he stayed at his friend's house after the concert. So I fed the dog. I went to his house to feed the dog, stay for a little while. Then when I'm coming home, I'm on my phone playing one of my games, and I hear a stop coming up, and I'm thinking it's my stop. And then I was gonna get off at White Plains Road. I ended up getting off at Williamsbridge Road, and I had to end up. I said, you know what? I'm gonna walk it. 11 blocks.
oh that happened to me one time. I was just in my music, my eyes closed a little
Yeah,
bit, and then when I look, I'm like, oh damn, I'm not in my stop yet, not knowing that I already passed my stop. And then I'm
yeah, no,
noticing like, wait, I never noticed these stops before. I had to look up there, and I was like, oh wow, I'm like 5 stops. Oh wait, I had to get off. And then the funny part about it, I couldn't get off the next stop because it's not a transfer. So I had to wait till two
ah,
more stops so I can transfer to the other side.
yeah. Me, this was the one stop before I get off, because usually
Yeah,
I'll get off the stop right after Williamsbridge, and it's about a 3.5 4 block walk to my house. But this one added like 6 more blocks. So I said, you know what? I'll walk it. What the heck?
yeah.
I'm not gonna wait for a bus and then go one stop on the bus. Nah.
No, and it helps too because that little workout. Because
Oh, definitely.
the other day I didn't do nothing. Well, the older you get, you got to stretch before you do anything. But
Yes.
I got out of the studio, I ran, and I like less than a mile, my shins were hurting. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell? I never felt that before. Like my shins hurting like that. You
We're not
know?
as young as we used to be.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. My wife was like, you got to stretch. I was like, yeah, we got to even stretch just to get off the damn bed.
You ain't lying, bro. But I give myself a good stretch every morning when I get up. Sometimes in the
Yeah.
bed. Sometimes I stretch out so good that I get a freaking Charlie horse on my calf.
Hey,
But
there's a lot of things,
you have
man.
to stay in motion. Even if you just walk around the block 2 or 3 times. You get your
Mm.
metabolism going, and not to be disgusting or anything, but that helps you with a good bowel movement.
Oh, it helps you with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You walking, especially now is the heat.
Oh,
I know
definitely.
the heat bothers a lot of people because get cranky and all this other stuff. But if you're walking, you're sweating all that out. Make sure you
Right.
drink water though.
Yeah.
When you sweat it all out. But you're sweating that out, and you get all that infections coming out and all this other stuff coming out. So, and then you get that vitamin D, which is needed, especially for people
Definitely.
that work in the office. They don't
A
get
lot of
that.
people, and you know what's funny? They did a report on vitamin D, the vitamin D supplement pills.
Yes.
A lot of them don't even contain 10% of what they say.
Nah.
Yeah, they were saying that.
Why they think they tell you to take one every week or one every because you need to keep putting that
Yeah,
in.
what you got to do is you have to get your vitamin D from foods.
Hmm.
Broccoli has vitamin D. Milk we know has vitamin D. Anything that has vitamin D, when you're taking a supplement, you're not. It's just like when you take protein, like a protein powder. Let's say 30
Hmm.
grams of protein. Fine, every once in a while. But you need to eat. You need to chew your protein, so
Hmm.
your body can get used to it. Because if you drink it, it's gonna pass right through you,
Yep. But
just like with water.
to get at least 95% vitamin D, you need the sun. That's the
Exactly.
best one. The
But you
sun is
know,
always the best.
20 minutes out in the sun, and you have all the vitamin D you need for the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like get
Yeah.
out for a little bit.
See, when I was working on the tracks, we were out in the sun all the time, and I got my vitamin D.
Hmm.
When you're vitamin D deficient, your body really feels it. Your equilibrium is off. You're not. You feel like weird, like in a blah state, like almost in a state of animation sometimes. When you get
Yeah.
and vitamin D is really really important. A lot of people don't think so, man. There's a lot of vitamins that we need that we don't take. And people say, "Oh, I'll take a pill that'll help." No, not
Nah,
always.
nah. The pill is it's like a temporary time of
Yeah,
fix. That this is the one thing I was going to be speaking about on my show is about pills as well. You got a headache, take a pill. Why don't you figure out how the headache came about?
exactly.
Because you're fixing the after effect, but not the effect. If that makes
Right.
any sense, you know. So a lot of pills they just do that. You got a
You know what
fever, take
help?
a.
You know what helps that a lot? If you just take a lot of times it's in the eyes.
Mm,
If you take a rag with some nice cold water, close your eyes and
hmm.
just lay it on your eyes. It'll relieve the
Oh
pressure
yeah,
because you get a lot of pressure builds up in your eyes.
oh yeah.
That causes glaucoma and stuff. That's what I have. I have mild glaucoma. I have high blood pressure in my eyes. I take
Mm,
pills for it. I mean, not pills, eye drops.
right.
Sometimes like Visine. Put it in the refrigerator. Let it hit your eyes nice and cool. Close your eyes for a little while, and usually it helps out
Yeah.
and lower the noise. And a lot of times it's the sun, the light, lack of light. You got to be perfect. You got to have decent balance. You got to balance it out.
Yeah.
That always helps. But reading a lot. People got to read on nutrition and stuff that you need. And if you need to go
Right.
vegan, do vegan. If you see, I go either way. I love vegetables, but I gotta have my meat.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna have have the impossible burger. It looks like a burger. No, give me a real burger,
Yeah.
but in
That.
moderation. You don't have to have a burger every 15 minutes or every single day or whatever. I mean, in my house, we eat a lot of chicken, a lot of chicken. Beef,
Sofa.
maybe once a week and stuff like that. Everything in moderation. Now, if you're a huge beef eater and stuff like that, then that's when you get complications later on in life.
Yeah.
You got to do everything in moderation.
I was reading how they were doing like tests and things versus like Latinos, Americans, and
Yes,
to see who's more healthy. The um the healthiest person alive are the Amish.
yes,
And it's so funny. They would not say anything what the Omnis does, and because they don't want people to realize, wait a minute, they don't have ADHD kids. They don't have this. They don't have that of what we have. You know what I mean? Like living in Pennsylvania, I traveled to Lancaster a lot, and I noticed I never really seen any mental illness kids. Like with
right.
ADHD or mild retardations or anything. I'm just like when I was reading this, I was like, wait a minute, yeah, I did notice that. Like, I
A lot
never
of
noticed those.
yeah, a lot of stuff is in the processed stuff that we eat.
Right? Yeah. Even
You
though it's
know,
it's pretty much good for you because no one really died from it. Because I hate when they be like, oh, don't eat the hamburgers, you can die. How many people that died from a hamburger? None.
if I
All
want
right,
to
let's
eat,
keep it going.
if I eat
You
a
know?
hundred hamburgers,
Yeah, like if I'm sitting there eating 100 hamburgers in one sitting,
then
then
of
okay,
course your body
But
can't take it. It's a meat overload basically. They got the
right,
fats in the
but
meat and stuff.
you do need your proteins, and proteins come from the meat. So you
Protein
know
is very very important. You can get stuff from the other ones, but um, there's an enzyme or I forgot what it was in the meat that helps you break down the protein that you have in the body because our bodies can't produce protein, so we have to get it from outside
yes.
sources. So we have to
Hmm.
teach our body how to break it down. And there's an enzyme or mineral or something in the meat that helps break down the protein. And
Yeah.
you can have too much protein because if you have too much protein, then it stores it as fat.
Yep. That's the thing. You have to know the limitations of
Yeah.
your
So
body and
you
stuff like
figure,
that.
like, if you're for a male, it's like 75 to 80 grams a day. A female is like 90. So
Right.
try
And it
taking like 70
and
for a woman and taking 60 for a man.
and that's
That way you
if
know
you're
it's
not
all going to be
active.
used.
Right. If you're not active, you know what I mean.
Yes.
If you active, then you need more. You know what I
Yes.
mean. So
Luanda, how you doing, baby?
and that's the thing. What she said. You eat
You eat your
cheeseburgers.
fur burger when you get married and you ain't died. You haven't died yet.
This is
Mira, this
hey.
is a family show, fresca.
but it's true. You know, take
Everything
your
in
tablet. This
moderation.
boy bothering me. See, this is why I got to be in the studio.
But who we could take a big lesson from also? The monks.
Yeah, and that's what I was
Shaolin
just gonna
monks.
say. Like
I
a
read up
lot
on
of
them
the
a lot.
people, a lot of people were like, "Oh, vegans, we're gonna live longer." Name me one vegan that passed 100 and something years old. I'll wait.
Yeah, right.
I'll wait because they
See,
was
the
like,
thing
"Oh,
is,
the monk went up to 100 and 300, but he used to eat meat.
exactly,
He eats
it's in moderation because
they eat meat, they eat fruits, they eat vegetables and stuff like that. But they also eat meat once in a while. That um, they're not eating it every single day, but
right.
they need it because, especially the ones that are doing martial arts, they
Oh,
run through that
absolutely.
protein so
You
much.
got you
So
got to
they
burn it. Yeah,
constantly eating, and they eat a lot of the breads and rice and stuff like that. You
a
know,
lot of carbs in those things. They got
right?
to
A
work
lot
it
of
out.
carbs with wheat. It's not no vegan wheat or whatever they eat, but it's wheat, and all these other stuff that they eat. La viejita that 107 years old and still kicking. She just had the
That's right.
birthday. She'd be like, "Give me my southern food." Like she eats southern food, and you know what that means:
Yeah,
chicken, cauliflower, all this, stuff. But they move, they work out, they do these things. So you got to know
exactly.
your body. That's
You got to
basically
see
where it
what it
comes
is.
out.
When you eat the junk, it stays in your body. You
Yeah,
work it out. You burn it.
you know what they say? You eat that junk, it stays in the trunk.
That's right. You ain't lying about that, man. You're not lying
Yeah,
about that. You gotta treat, especially as we get older.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want to live a long healthy because look at my pops. He's in his 80s.
Hmm.
I mean, he's not the healthiest person, the healthiest eater in the world, but he stays active. He does work around. He creates work around the house. There's nothing to do in the house and in the pool. Nobody gets in the pool when nobody's visiting, but he's cleaning the pool every single day
Hey,
because
never know that one visitor, that
It
one
keeps
visitor.
him. It keeps him moving. Even
Yeah.
if nobody comes for months, or they come and don't get in the pool, that's his routine in the day. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
You know?
And it helps mentally because
Yes,
if you're not mentally stabilizing yourself, that's where the Alzheimer's I think come from as well because
exactly.
you forget stuff
Yeah,
and because you're not working your brain and
and
stuff
I
like that.
feel there's a lot of stuff that they're not telling us about how Alzheimer's
Oh wow,
is not
113.
where.
She
Look at
said
that.
she said there
That's,
was a Spain and he was a vegan. Was he a
those,
full vegan?
wow,
That's because the news would say vegan and then you find out that the person was eating meat and stuff like that.
escondido.
Uh huh. You know what I mean? That's why they were saying that the one person that they said that she was a vegan and she died at 102. The family said no, she wasn't. She ate
Wow.
meat here and there. She
You have to balance it
practices
out.
she
I mean,
practices the salad and all that, but she wasn't like a full vegan. You still got to eat protein. It's
yeah.
no matter what.
I remember years ago there was a court case. I think it was here in New York where they tried to take the child away from the family, from the mother and the father, because they would only feed the child from birth vegan,
Oh
a
my
vegan
god.
lifestyle. Now the child, you know, a child, a newborn needs
Oh,
calories.
especially the mother's milk. You
Yes,
know.
they need the calories. They absolutely need these calories in order for their brain function and everything to grow to grow. That's why you see a lot of these baby foods that are high in calories. They need the calorie, and they would, and the baby, bro, the baby was half the weight it should have been, and they
Oh
almost
my
took,
god.
and they arrested the mother. They took the baby away for a while, and then they changed the baby's habit and gave the baby regular food, and then they actually what it was, he was taught differently from someone who gave him the wrong information. Raise him vegan from the birth and stuff, and they'll be fine. No, what it is, you can you can edge him into that lifestyle once you start getting into the solid foods. If you want your kid to be vegan, yeah, but you got to do it at a time when the child's body can be able to handle it.
Yep.
You know,
This
and I mean, fine, the parents correcting the error of their ways and stuff. But you have to understand, children's food is something that is completely different from regular people food. They need a whole lot more than we do, and their body can take it because that's what they need to grow.
so I was just I knew it. I just Googled him and checked out his page. As you, I don't know if you can see that,
I can
but
see it. Yeah.
yup, he died at 113 on a Monday. He has 4 children, 9 grandchildren, and 15 great grandchildren.
Wow.
And a lot of it was that he was active. He drank wine every single day. So, and they said that wine was good. I don't
Yes,
drink, but I don't know. But they said a
wine is
wine a
good for
day.
for
Red
digestion.
is it red wine or
Usually red wine.
oh, okay? Because I read it. But he wasn't a vegan. His diet consists of sponge cakes, olive oil breakfast type of thing, yogurt, meat, stew, beef stew, snack, fish, and lots of vegetables. Again,
See,
you need
that's
your
why they'll
meat.
call him a vegan because he ate lots of vegetables. See what it is? If you notice everything you said there, it was a
Yeah.
balance.
Yep.
It was a
He made
balance.
sure. He made sure, and
Reinaldo,
then it
¿cómo
says
está?
here, and my dad grew himself with a daily glass of red wine. There it
Yeah,
is, according to the local Spain.
that's good
So
for the digestion. And you know, actually, from what I understand, it's good for the glucose level.
yeah, but what they mentioned here that he ate, a lot of people now are balancing it out with fish and meat. You know what
Of
I mean? Like
course.
so.
Yes. Okay, Reinaldo. Now, Reinaldo has one sister and one brother with Alzheimer's. Another sister already passed away 2 years ago. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Papa.
Yeah. My
You
my
know, and
grandmother, well, she didn't pass away from the Alzheimer's, but she had Alzheimer's. I forgot what stage, but it was like the mid stage. It was not like dramatic, but
right.
it was in the mid stage where she repeats herself once or twice,
My
or she'll
grandmother was the
ask you a
same way.
question. Yeah, ask you a question more than once, or
Yes.
But she knew who the person, the people were. But
Right.
like if you're in the room and then you leave and come back, she assumed you just got here, you
Right.
know. But I used to play a lot of games with her, like memory type games. Like we'll play chess or some. Even though she don't know how to play, just keep the memory going. And
Exactly.
the doctor said that it helped her last that long
Yeah.
without getting to a next stage.
My grandmother, what is also you play music from their era, and it sort of brings them out of it a little bit, and it
Oh my
prolongs
God,
it.
music is the key to a lot of things. I played music
Music
for my
soothes.
grandmother, and she would know exactly who was there.
Yeah,
Ay, tú no sabes, ese tipo estaba pam pam, and I'm like, wow, we're like, and she'd be kicking it. I'd be like, whoa,
yeah,
okay. She's like, no,
yeah.
no, espera. And she was telling me a story. It was a true story. She was telling, we played the song for her, and she was like, oh, sí, ese tipo estaba cogiéndome aquí. Y yo dije, no, yo estoy casado, pero yo sigue bailando, pam, pam, con él. I was dying. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, what they say, music soothes the savage beast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Music
So,
calms everybody, no matter what type of music it is, man. Some people listen to punk rock, that crazy rock, techno, white noise, classical
mm-hmm.
music. I listen to everything.
Yep.
Yeah, and you talk. Yeah, we talk to my grandmother all the time, and you know what
Yeah,
they say.
Ronaldo, see my grandmother a couple of times.
Okay,
Yeah,
what they say, if you get Alzheimer's later in life, it's milder than if you get it early in life. People who get it
yeah.
early in life don't last as long.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the doctor was
And a
telling
lot of
us
a
when
lot of the
we were
times
talking
they
to him.
say it's because you're not using your brain for like anything to learn new, you know,
Right.
and stuff like that. So it,
You got to be like
that can, it can be that, it can be a balance. Science is still
Oh
trying to
yeah,
figure it out.
but
But
I'm thinking it has something to do with foods.
yeah,
I mean,
to me it is the prolonging. To prolong it is the actual using your brain, because remember, your
oh
brain is a
yes,
muscle. Your brain is a muscle. So
and it's the
if you
most
can
powerful muscle
walk.
you have.
Right. If you can walk and constantly keep on walking, you're going to remember how to walk. But if you
Exactly.
stop walking, your body's not going to walk no more. It's going to get locked up. It's not
Your
going to,
brain's gonna start thinking about something else.
right. So that's what I'm
Yeah, the
saying. I
brain's
think
a
if you,
powerful tool,
yeah,
and it'll play tricks on you too.
mm-hmm.
Your brain will tell you play a lot of tricks on you, man.
Yep. Turn off the light and look somewhere and tell me if it don't play no trick on you. You'll be like, who's
Who
that
tell
man
it,
right
bro?
there?
I remember once when I was living in Manhattan, my mother would always go to my grandmother's house across the street on Fridays. They go play dominoes. They don't come back till like 1, 2 in the morning. I used to go with them a lot, but this day I didn't feel like going. And that time, our phone was disconnected, and there was nobody in the house.
Mm.
The phone rang, and the toilet flushed twice. I waited for my mother for 2.5 hours out in front of the building.
Yeah.
My uncle brought my mother home at 2 in the morning. What are you doing down here? I said, I'm not going upstairs, mommy. There's a cuckoo up there. What do
Mm-hmm.
you mean? Ma, the phone rang and the toilet flushed, and there was nobody in the house. He goes, "Where's your
That's what.
keys?" In the house. The door's open. I wasn't gonna lock the door. I was
Mm-mm.
gone.
But especially Latinos, woo,
You ain't lying.
you watch
Lawanda,
a horror movie and then you hear a pin in the kitchen.
who you telling,
That's
bro?
it.
Lawanda could tell you. Me and Lawanda, we grew up. She grew up in the building right next to mine, and
Yeah,
she was always in my house and stuff. And bro, some weird stuff. Weird stuff. The
mm,
brain is the brain.
yeah.
The
That's
mind is a terrible thing to waste, bro.
that you say things about the ghosts. I was reading the other day that Latinos had the most superstitions.
Bro,
I was like, I don't think so. It to me is a balance between maybe Africa and Latinos. You know, the Africans
well,
and
but then we got the we
because
got the
they
African part.
well, because they we both believe in like spirituals and all that stuff. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking that we're probably more superstition, but yeah, I believe in that. Like I remember, I don't remember what it is, but I know if you drop a fork, something about visitor, or is it a spoon? If you, something like that. I viene visita, vente limpia la casa. I'm like, cause it fell.
yeah, like you
Like,
do. If you drop a fork,
oh, it's a fork, right? Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, really, mom? Que viene visita. And then if just by a miracle somebody does come, yo te dije.
yeah,
So now
you
you're over
ain't
there
lying.
cleaning your room. Like, oh damn, she was right. She was, right. you
Let me
know.
see. I'm gonna do a little search on the race with the most superstitions.
Yeah, because it's
It gave
kind of
me some stupid stuff.
yeah. Anyone out there? What was the superstition that you grew up with? Because I know the fork one was one. Or if your hand itches, oh, hay dinero que viene. I'm still waiting for my money. I'm
No,
like,
no, it depends on which hand. One
ah,
hand, si te pica on one side, I think is the I don't know which one it is. One is que tú debe, and the other one you're
uh-huh.
gonna win.
Not according to my father. If your hand itches, he was like, well, they haciendo la.
You gotta use lotion.
Yeah, my grandfather used to say the same thing. Uh huh. Si es pelo saliendo, tú sabes que. I'm like, how would you get hands on your palm, abuelo? He was like, sigue and you'll find out.
let me let me
It's,
let me see something.
the old Latinos are like the hilarious ones, especially when it comes to superstition, especially the ones that come from the island. You know,
Oh my God,
they have this crazy beliefs of stuff. You know,
the most superstitious. Hold on, give me 1 second.
uh, where Ronaldo does. Great man died almost 100 and didn't have Alzheimer's, and I don't mean the best. Yeah,
What did you say there? Great Grandma died almost 100. Didn't have old timers, and I don't mean the festival.
yes.
Let me see what. Okay. Oh, okay. What? The concept of superstition has existed for millennia, and some of today's most popular superstitions had their beginnings in ancient Babylonia. Had to come from somewhere, right?
Yep, it had to come from somewhere,
Wow.
and a lot of them were just to control your kids or to control a
Yes,
situation and stuff
bro.
like that.
They used to control me with con el cuco.
Yeah. Oh, Laura said the left is that you're gonna get money.
Oh well, then my left has been itching for me a lot, and I ain't got jack.
Yeah, I'm still broke. Well,
Well,
I
no,
guess.
no. Actually, it was itching the other day, and I went to check my lotto numbers, and I won $4.
Ooh, damn,
I got to
you're
play a lotto again.
rolling in the buck. And speaking of lotto, nobody won.
No, one of them is 500 million, and the other one is over 700 million.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to get 800, and then I'll win it.
Bro, listen, I'll be
I'll
happy to win a
I'll
million
play and win.
dollars. I'll be happy with a
Mm,
million dollars. I win a
yeah.
million dollars, bro. Somebody's getting a brand new studio.
Shit. Speaking of the studio, we're redoing the studio again,
Nice.
so it's going to be bigger. So we might be doing remote for about a couple weeks because they're going to be knocking down the wall. And
Oh, they're doing what we were talking about?
yep, they they,
Nice.
they came on Monday to do measurements and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you know, it's gonna
Awesome.
it's gonna be pretty good. You
Yep,
know,
yep.
they trying to help us out.
I'm telling you now, and now it just broadens the ideas that you had for the studio to begin with.
Yes. So
I can see that
we're
smile on
gonna.
your face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, let's do this.
Absolutely. There's a whole lot more you can do with it now.
Yeah. So thank God the person next door moved. So
Yes.
but it's
And
too
that's a pretty
big.
big space, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's real big. It's real big.
Nice.
They actually had remote control racing there. That's how big it is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is
And then
big.
then it turned into a karate school after that, and then a printing shop.
Right. That's
So
the
it's
last thing I remember. The printing
right.
the
Right.
printing shop.
So it's big. But back to the superstition. Besides growing up with the spoon and the fork in the kitchen, that big wooden spoon. Yeah, did you grow up with a big wooden spoon and a fork on your
Of
kitchen?
course we did.
Yeah.
We
So
got hit with it too.
yeah.
That was like the go-to weapon. That's a quick one.
Besides that, it was the platos. I remember the plates you took
Hey,
off.
look who showed up. What's up, Carmen? What's up, girly, girly, girly? That's my Pennsylvania connection over there.
Hey, Carmen, we're talking about superstitions that Latinos have.
Yeah.
Like the itching of the left and the right hand, and
El
oh,
Cuco.
what was the buzzing of the ear? Somebody's talking about you or something like that,
Yeah. No,
right?
yeah. The buzzing of the ears, somebody's talking to you. If your eye twitch, alguien te está, somebody's, no, no, alguien te está haciendo mal de ojo if you, I think your
Eh,
eyes
eh,
twitch.
no, no, the maleojo is if you get that sigh on your eye, that little bolita. Whoop, like
No, 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 eso es porque tú eres un puerco, no te lavas.
oh no, 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 that was because you denied a pregnant person something. That I
That's the
remember.
one you get a star in the
Yeah,
eye, yeah.
yeah, you denied
You
a
know what?
pregnant
I
person.
don't believe in those superstitions, but I'm not going to tempt them.
Sure, I
If I see
denied
a
that.
pregnant woman she wants to eat, you can have it.
Yeah, I'll take it to the
I'm not
store. I'll be like,
tempting
look at the
anything.
store. I'll be like, the store's right there, Toma. Yeah. So
Right to receive, left. Right to receive, left to pay. Okay.
yeah.
What's
Okay,
up? We
okay.
have many
Now we
superstitions. Give
know.
us a couple of them, Carmen.
Like I said, I know it's the fork,
The
the
fork and the
knife, or
spoon,
the
the big,
spoon.
yeah.
If
Oh,
anybody
también,
remembers what they meant, if one
the
of the
big,
utensils for, because I think it's the spoon que evitan vienen. I think it was the fork que alguien se va a morir, something like that. It,
right. That did mean something.
I forgot what it was. You know,
Let me see.
if anybody remembers what the utensils meant for the Latinos, um, but there was many things. The pregnant one was the craziest one. You
Yeah.
know I'm pregnant, right? I'll give you a sigh. I'm like, oh damn, okay. How you wanted it cooked? You want it with extra sugar?
Let me see.
You
Wooden
know?
spoon and fork.
I don't. That's what I'm trying to remember, but if you can find it, it would be cool
Okay,
because
the spoon and fork were symbols of good health since food would be the source of a healthy body. Two, the symbolism means family strength since the time that the family is actually gathered together at a meal, at mealtime. Again, the oversizing is to emphasize the strength of all that visit the home to see. Okay, so it's supposed to be a good sign.
uh,
We got hit with it.
it, it ain't. I was just gonna say it ain't a good sign when they take that wooden spoon and hit you with it.
You ain't lying, bro. I
Well,
felt
it
that,
shows the
especially that.
strength. It shows the strength. You know. So
Oh, in the Bronx, it felt it was someone visiting the house. Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember my grandmother and my mom saying stuff like in the broom. The
Oh, the
broom. Oh,
broom.
the
The
broom
broom. Oh, the
falling.
broom fell, and it was someone. Oh, really?
I thought that was just telling you to go sweep the floor.
In my house, if you drop the fork, in well,
It was
I grew up
people
in
coming.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
If you drop the fork, that means there was visitors coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Magda, what's up, girlie?
I
You
didn't
still in
think
the hospital?
I didn't know about the broom. You know.
I never knew about that. Thanks, Carmen. See, Carmen is my fountain of information. Carmen got all the good stuff because she's grown up and in the culture and all that stuff, and she knows the sayings and everything. I gotta turn to her for my education sometimes. Yeah. Hey Magda, how you been, girl? I hope you feel better. I know you've been in the hospital, pneumonia and stuff. I'm praying that you get better and don't check yourself out of the hospital, right? So let's see what else we
Yeah.
got here.
I seen her saying that she tried to escape.
Yeah, yeah, try to escape the hospital. What the hell's wrong with you, girl? You lucky I
Mira
don't know what hospital
esta.
you in.
I know, right? Would have gone over there with the camera talking about this is the lady that tried to escape. Now,
Yeah, yeah, right. We'll do a whole piece on you. No, but she'll take the microphone on the camera and tell everybody. Oh, she was discharged. Okay, back to work. What are you crazy? You got pneumonia.
ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, woman.
You know, come on.
Were you no no? Were you
Latinos be like,
discharged
hey,
or did you
listen.
discharge yourself?
That's what I'm saying.
Because Magda,
Latinos don't care. They be the next day with three stab wounds talking about, yeah, punch me in, I'm coming now.
yeah, but no, Magda's not Latina. She's worse, bro. I think she's Sicilian.
She's 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 the higher up
Yeah,
ones.
she's a hierarchy. That's where we got our bad stuff from.
Yeah, I know. The bad habits, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Magda don't play, bro.
That's
I
why.
be seeing her posts and her
That's
lives.
why I be telling people, I was like, if you think we have attitudes, it's because we get it from people from Spain and
And Italy
Italians and
too.
stuff like that.
Yeah, the Italy, the
The
Italian and the Sicilian.
Sicilians.
I was discharged. They don't care about you anymore. They sent me home without weaning me off the 80 milligrams. Whoa, that's messed up, girl.
Carmen said, "Not me. I'm sick to hell with it. Sure, I'm the
I did an
same
animal
way."
rescue today and transport. Girl, you gotta take care of yourself, man. You gotta. We're not any younger anymore. That's what I gotta say. You
Especially,
gotta take care of yourself. The
especially,
world needs you. Those rescues need you, girl.
yeah, especially for jobs, because the next day they get somebody.
Oh, absolutely,
You know,
absolutely. You gotta take care of yourself, girl. You got a lot of people behind you.
definitely, definitely. Yeah,
You
but I
know,
was trying to look the stuff about the fort,
yeah, when I looked
and
it up here, that's
and they,
about
they
it.
put down the frog. What if a frog pees on you? They got stupid things. It means someone is escaping or leaving somewhere.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, that just means that you damn holding the frog. Why you holding the frog? Get the hell out of here. Like the other one, you walking down the street and the bird craps on you. Oh, that's good luck for who? For the cleaners? Because
Yeah, that ain't no good luck for me. I got shit on.
no, now I got to go pay to wash the clothes. Like who's it good
That's
luck
nasty,
for?
bro. Ugh, that thing is like acid, bro. Because
Or
Magda
you
says
step
this
on
is
dog poop.
yeah, right. Oh
They
no,
say
no.
that's good. What's good luck? Like, come on.
Listen, if the only thing they say good luck if you step on horse shit, but
Hmm.
horse poop is like it's like mountains, man. You drown in that thing.
Just say you got to go to
First kid is
bingo.
if you're gonna shits on you, go to bingo.
Well, that's why I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk outside to see. Hopefully, before I buy the lotto tickets.
Yeah, Carmen says
Yeah.
for the bird that crapped on you, kill it. Nah, I don't want to kill no birds, man. They're nasty to begin with. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, and they all look at you too. The Bronx birds are like funny because I remember back in the days you go oh, and all the birds fly away. Now they just move to the side and they look at you like, go ahead, pass. You got the room.
Yeah, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You
Like
don't mess with me.
they don't even move now.
They don't move to the side anymore, bro. Do you know what's worse? Also, the seagulls.
Oh no,
Man,
the
those
seagulls are
things come
bold
out like
now.
this.
They bold. They come out
Yeah, they
here
both
like
Bronx
you
birds,
come.
hoodlums.
Yeah, the birds over here, they don't play. I seen one pigeon with a sign talking about, did you watch the Hitchcock movie? Don't play with me. I was like, oh shit, let me just keep on walking then. I don't want
Word.
to bother this bird.
Listen,
Like,
I don't like to see a lot of birds because it reminds me of that movie.
yeah, especially when they all on the edge and they just looking at you. I'm like, yo, just passing by, buddy. Just
You ain't,
passing by.
you ain't
You know?
lying, bro. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. Magda, listen. For one, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're out of the hospital. Go out and do what you love doing best, but you gotta slow it down a little bit, girl. These
Oh
rescues
yeah.
need you. And you gotta scale it back just a little bit. Don't stop it, but just I don't want your ass
No,
back in the
no,
hospital because then I'm gonna go over there and give you a hard time.
know your limitations.
Yes, yes, we have to. We need you
Yeah.
around, Magda.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like
It's
Carmen.
just,
When
it's,
Carmen can get sick or whatever, she's not going nowhere. Carmen ain't going nowhere. God ain't gonna let her off that easy.
nah.
You either, Magda. I have to do me because I'm. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's bull crap. You ain't got no cancer. Shut up. You ain't got no cancer.
Nah.
Nah,
Yeah,
stop that.
now that you say that, stop thinking about that, blah, blah, blah. That is one of the cores of you getting sick. Because people, like a doctor would probably say, well, I think you got this. We'll come back next week and we'll find out. That whole week, you're stressing yourself out.
Right.
Find out you don't have it, but now you got something else because you were stressing
But
that
you know
out.
something? It's the doctor's fault also. So listen, let me take this biopsy. We'll go through it, and I'll let you know what's up next week. Because if you tell me you might have cancer, but I'll give you the results next week,
Yeah.
you telling me I had cancer, I can't do shit about it until next week.
Nah,
So don't tell me
and
what I might have.
not only that, I stressed. Now I got a heart attack.
Now I got to worry for the whole week.
Yeah.
That's
Listen, if
bullcrap.
any doctors watch this, don't tell the patients nothing until you're sure.
You saw what Maggie put? He told me that yesterday, and all I wanted was coffee. Ah, that's a
She
Sicilian
said,
for you.
give me my wait, what they drink? Maxwell House.
No, no, listen. I read one of Magda's posts the other day, bro. She was gonna. She went downstairs to go out to Starbucks to buy her coffee because Starbucks wasn't delivering to her room. I lost your voice there, Charlie. Charles, your voice is gone. You unplugged something.
There we go. No, no,
There we go.
I kicked the mic. Um,
As long as you don't kick the bucket.
right. So I was saying that she even went downstairs because it was in the lobby, and they called the security on her. I was
Yeah.
cracking listening to her post.
Yo, I nearly peed on myself, bro. I said, this
But
girl,
again,
this sounds exactly what she would do.
it shows that even though we're here, we on Roku TV and all this, we still connect with the viewers and stuff like that. We watch, they on our page as well. So we check them out. Yeah, I was dying how she showed the photos. They were not letting her go.
They were not letting her go, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
what hospital were you in, Magda? I know it had to be somewhere in Queens.
And you know how it is. Any Latinos, Italians, and all this, you try to take them away from eating something or coffee. Oh my God! Because
Yeah.
I don't even know how the Latinos, the older Latinos, last in the hospitals. Because my grandmother, that was the first thing she said. Ay, cómo está everybody? Y mi café. I'm
You were
like,
in an animal hospital, girl?
she was. Oh, that's why they caged her up.
Word? No, there's no way in the world you were in an animal hospital. But you know, whenever anybody in my family was in the hospital, we used to
Mhm.
bring them food from home. Oh, she felt like if she was in one.
No, but the Latinos, you always gotta bring a cup of coffee. They can be in the hospital, not supposed to eat nothing, drink something. They just got a stroke. Whatever it is, don't come in the hospital without their coffee.
Yeah.
And some of
Listen.
them, without the coffee and the bread, you got to bring that bakery bread con the mantequilla.
Oh, seguro que sí.
you
When
know?
let me see. I asked for my SPO, and she said, "What?" I said, "Oh my God, don't you have antioxidant a chart?"
I'm telling you.
Do you remember when Jackie Gleason had all those health issues, and
Hmm.
his doctor told him, "Stop drinking and stop smoking. You're gonna kill yourself." I said, "Listen, if I'm gonna die, I am not gonna die eating sticks and berries and other kinds of crap. I'm gonna die enjoying my life, whether it be short or long." And he continued
Hmm.
drinking and smoking. But you know what?
Yep.
He died happy.
Yep.
I'd rather a doctor tell me, listen, if you start doing this, you'll have 25 years extra of life, but I'm gonna be miserable. But if you keep doing what you like doing, you're gonna shorten it by 10. So guess what? I'm gonna enjoy those 10 years.
Yeah, that's a good question. Everybody that's listening, would you take a shorter life but a happy life, or a longer life and you don't know what it's going to be like? You know what I
No,
mean?
I'd
It could
rather
be
I'd rather be
miserable.
happy.
You might,
I'd rather be
because
happy.
it's a short thing. Like some people be like, oh, I wish I could live to 100 and 120, 130. What? Half of those, maybe 30 years, you're probably in a wheelchair or something. I don't know. Uh, I I haven't really seen too many 100-year-old people walking.
Yeah,
You know,
very rare.
there are
Yeah,
some, but not few and many.
yeah. But you know
So
something? I saw a report also on TV that people are living longer.
why you think they raised up the thing? Because I remember when I was
The
young,
Social
I was so
Security age.
happy. I was like, yeah, 55 is retirement, and they're gonna give me all my money back. And as soon as I started getting towards my 20, 25, wait, you going to 60? Then all of a sudden I'm going into my 30s and 40s. Now you're going to your 65 because they keep changing because they're realizing that people are outlasting
Right.
the money. So they got to give them more money because now, if you were 55 and you're lasting to 100 and some years old, the government got to pay you 50 some odd years. They don't want that. So now
Yeah.
they hired it up to 65.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking about going to 70 because everybody's living towards 90 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, the
Look
whole
at Mag.
retirement thing is a scam. Put it like
Mag
that.
just said it right here. Some people sit at home like duds, so they don't exert themselves. Age
Hmm.
is a state of mind. Walk and be healthy. Eat right.
Yep.
And she still works. She's gonna work until she dies. Not me. I'm retired. I'm looking to get back into work. I want to take up a course soon, but I like the idea of working. But there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna be in a position where I'm done with work completely, and then I'm just gonna do other things. What I really
Yeah.
like to do, Maggie, I need to speak to you because I want to get into volunteering and helping with rescues or just going to the dog shelters and maybe walking the dogs and stuff like that
Mhm.
and spending time with them. That I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. It's
What
just like
Carmen says here,
uh,
she's
people in
diabetic, and they
Walmart.
keep telling her to stop eating
You
certain
know.
things and to stop drinking coffee. And I told my doctor, if she wanted to die because I'm a bitch without coffee.
Yeah.
But
It's
Carmen,
just
you
one
could
of those
mix
things.
regular caffeinated coffee with decaf. Bustelo makes a great one. I do that. I do that on occasion also.
Mm.
Maggie's retired also. Good, good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but even retired people, you're working all your life, being a mental slave because you don't realize that it's already. That's why people be like, "Oh, I just like to work all the time." Not really.
No,
It's just because it's in your system already of working. But if you had that chance to be in the Bahamas or somewhere eating drinking mai tais and
oh
getting
yeah,
foot massages, you forget about work.
yeah.
But
But you
since
know what?
it's
I
in the
actually
system,
enjoyed working because it actually gave me something to do.
right? That's what I'm saying. That's
You
why.
know, I met a lot of good people at work. The job itself, probably not because of the way MTA management treats people and stuff like that. But the people that I met along the way, I would never trade that in for nothing in the world.
Yeah.
She's retired, free from slavery, and working at what you love to do on your time. Yeah, I see Maggie
Yeah.
always posting. She's doing a rescue here, doing a rescue there.
Yeah. Because like I said, the whole government system of retirement is a scam. Because to me, why would I need to be waiting to 65 to 70 to retire, and I'm only going to have like 20 or 30 years of of it? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't I retire like 30 or 40? I wish I was thinking like this when I was 30, and or someone would have
Yeah,
told me when I was in my 30s. But I realized in like I met a couple people that were younger than me and already retired. I met one
yeah,
guy that's 30 years old and he's retired. You know what I mean? Like, he does not work. He made his money. He did his business. He got his real estate. So there's things that you can do. How to save money on CDs and all these other stuff where
yeah.
they tell you not to do it because they know if you do it, why you think they don't mention stocks and bonds for people no more? CDs, bank
CDs, making the
investments.
proper investments, real estate
Yep.
investments,
They're
and
not
stuff
gonna tell
like
you
that.
that. They're not gonna tell you that.
No, because they want
You
you to
know.
keep investing on the other stuff that doesn't really.
Yeah, and especially with Latinos, exactly. They keep
Yeah,
you in the dark. Telling a Latino, yo, you don't really got to work this hard. It's shocking to them at first, and they're gonna be like, what? Yeah, but they don't hear about like the top 10 richest people. We got three Latinos. They're not gonna tell you that,
no,
and they retired already within their 30s to 40s, and
yeah,
they show people. So I'm just learning that now because remember I just told you that in 5 years I'm done. Now
that's
the
it.
business keeps on going, but I want to be retired.
Right.
So I'm working my way since I found out now. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, my mindset was always to retire by 50 to 55 because when I
Right.
was young, that's what they were telling me. That's your retiring age. But now they bring that thing up to 65, talking about it's going to be up to 70 maybe. No, no, no.
Well, but now it all depends on when you were born, because
Hmm.
well, I'm talking about for Social Security age.
Hmm.
Yours is probably 65 right now, depending on what year were you born.
71.
In the 70s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
25 twice.
you're probably in the 65 range.
Yeah,
Me, I'm 62. So
right.
that's partial. 65 for me is full Social Security. 70 is the bonus range.
Yeah.
So
No,
now,
no, but it's 65 is for the total. If you go to Social Security and disability and all that, 65 years is the year that you can get your retirement stuff. You know, so that's what I'm
well,
saying. It used to be 55, and then it went up to 60. Now they're going to 65, and maybe they're thinking about 70 now,
well,
because as the longest people start living,
hey, the longer
it's
you
gonna
live, the
it's
more
gonna
you gotta. Yeah,
yeah, they don't want to give you so much money. I think they're just trying to average of giving you money for 20 years. That's it. They don't want to give you more than that. So
right.
that's why the retirement money goes up and up.
Yeah, but
So you got to do it yourself.
that's already set. Because Maggie, your Social Security will be for 62, right? If I'm correct. Because Maggie actually is a boomer. She's a baby boomer. If you're on disability, they will force you on your 62nd birthday to take full money, and
And
you lose
lose
out.
out. Yeah.
Okay. See, when I'm lucky that I'm getting my regular pension now from my job, and then I'll be eligible for Social Security at 62. I can collect it at any time after that. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel good at 62. I'll wait to 65.
Yeah.
It depends on how you feel.
They would never, like I said again, they would never tell you anything. Um, you know, it comes down when it comes down to the government, they don't say nothing. You know,
You know something? If you go on the Social Security Administration's website, open up an account, you'll be surprised at the stuff that you will learn about Social Security that you never thought you would.
yeah. Not
They
only that,
actually tell you the truth about Social Security,
sure
and it tells you when you're gonna
the
be able to get
government
it.
owes me 16 years of army pension.
How come you haven't jumped on
They
that?
still, oh, well, years ago we applied, all my brothers and sisters, because we had a dad that walked 3 miles in the snow with no shoes. So he exaggerated. So we never realized that. Okay, he said he was in the army. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he was. Like, because we wasn't in Puerto Rico, so we don't know. And then we find out that he was, and they had pensions for the kids, but they never gave it to us. So when we said, okay, so then where is our money? Oh, okay, we're working on it. It's been years. It's
Oh
been
no, I
years
would have
because
said on top. You would have
you
got
know
it.
was that 18? Because when he left the army, the kids get money for leaving when he leaves the army. So since then, they up to 18 years old. So they have to pay all that. You know what I mean?
Well,
When the day
listen,
that
look into it, man. That could be some
yeah,
big money.
you never know.
Keep fighting for it,
Yeah.
bro. If it's rightfully yours, do it, bro. Keep going because you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you got to know the tricks and they hide. Yeah, but I tell you, if everyone was to go, I suggest that everyone get an account with the Social Security Administration. It'll tell you from what year you started paying into Social Security. It'll tell you if you're eligible to receive, if you have enough credits to start drawing Social Security when you get of age, and it'll tell you exactly how much money you made from the day you started paying taxes.
Yep. Yeah.
And it has a lot of resources in there, a lot of stuff that you thought that you didn't that you didn't know, that you didn't think you were
Mhm.
eligible for.
Yeah, I always say, like Magna said, open up a IRS account.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
open
always
up
say,
both of them, man. Both of them, because that's where you're gonna find your information. They're not gonna give
mhm,
you information freely. You gotta stimulate your brain and go do some of the work, do some of the legwork.
yeah,
That's what I did. I love going into the Social Security Administration website and reading up.
child account starting now. Put a
Yeah,
dollar a week, or I'm sorry, what the guy said. The first week you put a dollar, the second week you put two, the third week you put three, the fourth week you put four. From there, every week you put $4. By the
yeah,
time your kid hits that 18, he's pretty much 25 years old, going to be retired,
yep,
because you got the interest rate. You got
yep.
now $4 to a lot of people is nothing, but then when you add it up through the course of the years, but they're not saying just put $4. That's just a minimum.
No,
But
you
if you
put as much
put
as you can.
right,
You
but
know,
it's
and
it's
I mean,
normally it's $4 a day. So you're figuring you're putting like 20, $20 to $28 in the bank for your child every single week.
Yeah.
That adds up.
You put it into an interest-bearing account
Yep.
that'll make money for you because they have when you go into like let's say a 401 or whatever, you have safe accounts that's a guaranteed return, not as high, but it's a safe account, and then you have the other ones that you play the market that can go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
if you have Medicare and need Medicaid, open a Medigap, then trust fund, and you will get Medicaid as well. Many tricks that they hide. Exactly. But those things are in these websites that they want you to find out, but they're not going to tell you about it. They want you
Oh
to do
yeah.
some of the work. In other words, they don't want to do everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
You
They're
know,
not gonna tell you that.
do the research. I love researching.
Yep. It's just like the government didn't tell us that we went over our time.
Oh damn, you ain't lying. Listen, guys,
I
this has
just.
been an awesome chat today. I'm
Oh
glad
my
you
God.
guys came and shared your time with us. Maggie, I'm glad you're feeling better. Carmen,
Yes.
glad to see you again. Lawanda, Reynaldo, Rosa, everybody, and whoever else is watching out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Johnny, Boricua Prince Dones for Latino Ruido. Thank you for tuning in,
Yes.
guys.
Por amor se han creado